Hello, friends. Thank you for coming back to my channel, and for all the new folks, welcome. I am Farrah. This is the Farrah Alberti channel. I blog about tiny house living and alternative living and basically living a free life. I am a 45-year-old empty nester, and I am on a journey to find freedom. Part of that is tiny house living. If you've seen like my last video that I just uploaded a couple of days ago, those updates were from 2023. I have not put up any videos or recorded any new videos. I'm lying. I have recorded new videos. I just have not edited them and put them up. But this is a new video. This was filmed January 6th, 2025. So you're getting it brand new right off. I'm going to try to be more consistent from now on. And this video is just a basic. I'm going to try to keep it brief. Video talking about the updates of my life since that last video of 2023. And here we go. So if you watched the video that I just put up a couple of days ago, it talked about how I got a new car and I was going to go car camping and all these different things, but that didn't happen. But I did travel. I traveled most of 2024. Actually went to a lot of places in the Midwest that I had not been before, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later. But I did not end up car camping. I think I chickened out because it was like 105 degrees here in Texas. And I was like, "Child, who finna go out there in that heat like that?" Not me. But I want to do it now, because especially now because I got laid off in April 2024, and I thank God that I had the wisdom to save and to squirrel away money over that time, because that is how I'm living right now. I'm hoping to bring in passive income sources and live solely off my business, but I'm not, completely naive. So I am, and I have been for the past few, since April, applying for jobs and applying, and I had interviews and stuff, but the job market, and I guess particularly in tech, is really bad right now. So hopefully I'll get a job, prayerfully a remote job, because it'll allow me to do what I really want to do in life right now, which is be free. So, but in the meantime, I'm working on passive income sources, i.e., trying to reactivate my YouTube channel. So please, while we're at it, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000. I had my watch hours at one time, but I fell off, so now I don't have my watch hours, but I'm almost to the subscribers. So y'all help your girl out. Okay, if you want to see more content about tiny houses, or whatever you want to see about, I'm really on this over 40 finding freedom journey. Like, I ain't about that work till we die mentality. Life is short. It seems too many of my friends, I'm looking every day on Facebook, somebody's dying every day at 45 years old. I just turned 45 a month ago, December 6th, exactly a month ago. I turned 45 years old, and I ain't about to work myself till I die. I know that I have to make money. I know that I'll probably have to go back on somebody's job until I'm able to retire. But in the meantime, I'm building these passive income resources. And if you want to know more about that, put it in the comments, and I'll kind of share some of that. I don't want to give out information on this channel that nobody wants to see. So if you want to know what's going on about that, let me know. I'm going to be rebranding this channel more so to Farrah Finding Freedom. A part of that is going to be tiny house journeys and tiny house updates, but I mean, my house pretty much looks the same. I do still have to show you guys my bedroom, but it's a mess right now, so you ain't gonna see it. I ain't gonna say it's a mess. It's just my bed. Like, I got up and I put on some clothes, and I didn't spend the night here last night. I was out somewhere else. So I came and I dumped the stuff on the bed, and it's on the bed, and y'all don't need to see that. But if you want to see the a tour of my bedroom, put it in the comments below, because I don't want to waste time doing a video that you don't want to see, because this is our channel. I want to put out content that you want to see. Also, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section below, and then I'll start doing videos on that. I'm going to start trying to put out videos instead of answering everybody's questions in the comments, because it begins to get repetitive after a while. And I'd rather for you to watch the videos instead of just answering the same questions over and over again. So let me get to the next part. Well, if you guys saw my cutting off my locks video, you can now see that my hair has grown back. I have these beautiful braids. I kept my hair braided all of 2024, like literally the whole year my hair was braided. And look, I got a nose piercing. I'm just blossoming, right? Your girl is coming out of her shell. And let's see what else was going on. I actually got some patio furniture for my back porch. My front porch is still empty because of the way my house is facing in the community. I very rarely spend time on the front porch, just because I don't want to sit and look at that direction. The sun beats right on my house at that direction, and if you know anything about Texas heat, you don't want to be directly in the sun. That ain't a good thing. So I sit on my back porch, which is screened in, and I have some patio furniture back there. And if you guys want me to do a tour of that, put it in the comment section below, because again, we don't want to waste time giving, content that you don't want to see. So let me know if you want to see that. Also, I have not shown you the loft. So if you want to see that, also let me know that in the comment section below. And maybe I'll do some more of the exterior. I mean, the decor of my house is pretty much the same as been for the last 2 years. Because I've been doing a lot of traveling in 2024, I did not focus a lot on home renovations or home interior design or things of that nature. So my house is pretty much the same. I did change my living room around quite a bit. I have, well, not quite a bit. I had my desk upstairs in the loft, and I brought it downstairs because I just found it difficult to go and sit upstairs where I couldn't stand up all day long. I find that I get more work done when I put it downstairs. And I find that I spend the vast majority of my time in the living room as opposed to my bedroom, because I love that room. That is like the joy and the center of my life. It's warm, it's dark, it's beautiful. But I'm trying to use my bedroom for bedroom things, sleeping and what have you, instead of being on there just sometimes I watch TV in there, but I only want to do that like at the end of the day. Like when I'm winding down, after I've bathed, after I've done my night routine and I get into bed and I want to watch TV, then that's fine. But I don't want to spend my whole day sitting on that bed, working or whatever. So I brought the desk downstairs, and I don't want to risk this falling over, so I'm not going to show you. But I have found that I want my space to be more functional than aesthetic. One, I don't really get visitors. I do have some really good friends, but because I live in the boonies, not nobody want to come over here. So think about that when you move into a tiny house. If you can't live in the city, you got to move all the way out in the country, and then nobody want to come visit you in the country. So think about that. So, my family members, a few of them been here. Most of my family lives in Florida. I do have one cousin who lives here in Texas, but we don't hang out all the time. He's been to my house once. Um, his mother has been. His mother is from Florida. She has been to my house once. My mother has been to my house once, and my youngest niece and my oldest sister have been to my house once. Like, the rest of my family, including my children, have never been to my house. So, um, somebody asked me in the comments, like, how do you have family gatherings? I don't. I don't have gatherings at all. I think the most people I've had in my house at one time is four, and that four includes me. So there's more than enough space for four people being here. And if I wanted to have a gathering, I have a front porch, I have a back porch, and I have a huge loft. So there's places where we can gather in tiny houses. You can still have family over. A matter of fact, my neighbors who have houses that are the same square footage of mine, they have people over all the time. Like they have big gatherings, so you can set up your space to house gatherings. I'm just not gonna do that in my space because I don't have people who come over here like that. Like 99% of the time, I'm in this house by myself. So it's enough space for me. And I want my space to be more functional than aesthetic. I have decided that I'm going to redo my living room. For that, I'm going to get rid of this couch. I'm going to get a couch that's more comfortable for me. Or it's probably going to be more of a big chair, or like an oversized chair. I do have other chairs um, for when people come over, so it's not like people have to sit on the floor. I have stools and benches and chairs for people to sit on. But like I say, I don't have enough visitors to constitute continue to keep this space the way it is. I want it to be, like I say, more functional. I'm going to remove my TV from the wall and either put it upstairs in the loft or either raise it up higher. And my downstairs is going to be more of an office and a recording space and a business space for me. Um, I know some people are like, why don't you just use your bedroom as that and then move upstairs in the loft? Because I got bad knees and I don't want to go up and down them stairs. I have to, when you get to a certain age, or at least when I get to a certain age, because I've had lots of surgeries in my abdominal area, um, I be having to go to the bathroom all night. And I don't want to run up and down them stairs all night long. So I am going to redo this living room. I'm thinking about mounting my monitor to, like, I think ideally I want like a cabinet or some kind of space where I can um have like a shelf or something that hides my monitor on the wall and that has like a folding down desk. That way when I don't have to use it, I can fold it back up, and it's not taking up this small space. I had my stairs extended. I had it extended an extra foot, so I have 3-foot stairs instead of 2 foot, which means it took a foot off my living room because it can't be more than 399 square feet. So, I, as pretty as my living room is or was, because I've rearranged it, I want it to be more functional. I want it to be more for me. Um, and the few guests that I do have, the the chair, or the, I guess more like a love seat. It's like a really big oversized chair. It has enough space for two people. And honestly, when I have guests, is usually only one other person. And the exterior of my house, uh I got gutters on my house because the rain was like dripping down on the side, and now I have like streaks on the side of my house that will not come off because I've paid to have somebody to try to take them off. They won't. I'm gonna have to repaint my house. I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep it this pretty color because I love this pretty color, or whether I want to go with something a little bit darker. Um, One thing I regret about the design of my house was getting the wood on the porch. I was told that I could not have the iron bars or the vinyl on my back porch because it's a screened in porch, and I've come to find out that that's not true because my neighbors have it on their back porch. And um when I went to design my house, they told me I couldn't do it, which is why I ended up with wood. And this wood is very hard to maintain, and I'm going to replace it with iron, and I'll probably have it spray painted white because I actually like the white. I know like a lot of people like the black, but I like the white. So I've been dating. That's a large part of why I disappeared. You get in your love bubble, girl. You know how it is when you get your love bubble. So I started dating this guy about August of 2023. Yeah, August 2023. So it's been a little bit over a year. Um, right now we're kind of in a awkward space, or I think we're kind of on a break to kind of decide whether or not we want to continue this, or at least that's where I'm at. Um, I know for me, marriage is important to me, and I personally don't want to be a perpetual girlfriend. I don't want to be, it's no shade to anybody who's okay with not being married. I'm not questioning anybody else's standards. I'm not saying that my values should be your values, because do you, boo, right? So, I personally I feel like marriage is important, and I'm not going to be in a relationship that's not going to lead to marriage. And I know that a lot of that is vetting ahead of time. But we've kind of hit like a very awkward stage in our relationship, and we're on a break. So I see him from time to time. But I'm single. Um, he's single, and we're deciding whether or not we want to work on the issues that we have to continue this relationship, or whether we want to just discontinue it, and you end up being somebody that I used to know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, so I don't have I'm not gonna sit here and say anything bad about him, or anything like that. It's just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you're compatible. And I'm not saying that we're not compatible. I'm just saying that we're deciding whether we want to have a life together, or whether we want to call it quits. And I guess that's all about that. And I remember when I said I was going to talk about how I traveled in 2024. Okay, I'm going to talk about that now. I did all this traveling with him because he travels for his job. And even before I was laid off, I was working hybrid. So I would go in the office like 2 days a week, and then I would either drive out with him, or I would fly out to wherever he was, and we would have a blast where we was. It's amazing living in a bubble when you ain't got to deal with no kids and no bills and no nothing. And we went to a lot of places. We went to Iowa. We went to I think it was Sioux City, Iowa. We went to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I never thought I would go to South Dakota. I was surprised at how many black people was in South Dakota, but it's black folks in South Dakota. Um, so we also went to Minneapolis. Uh, we went to the Mall of America. Had never been to the Mall of America. Had never been to Minneapolis. I got to meet his niece and her husband and her son. So got to meet some of his family. And where else? We going to Oklahoma. We going to casinos. But my favorite trip that I took with him was when we went to New York. We went to New York like June of June of 2024, and funny story is that I got completely and totally drunk for the first time in my life, and I'm so embarrassed about it because I'm not a drinker like that, which is why I got drunk. So, we I had mixed up, or he had mixed up this concoction, or we mixed up this concoction, and it tasted like Kool-Aid. So I'm drinking it like, and he was like, "You drinking that too fast?" Because he a drinker, I'm not a drinker. So you drinking that drink too fast? And I was like, "Oh no, I'm all right. I'm all right, child. I'm all right, child." About an hour later, we had made it to like Little Italy, and the plan was to get out and go to one of the restaurants and get some food. But we walking down the street, and my head is spinning, and he's holding my hand, and he's like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right." I was not all right. So we ended up going back to the car because he knew at some point, he knew that I had gotten way in over my head, and he was gonna have to pick me up and told me at some point. So we made it back to the car, and we got in the car and started driving. I don't even think it was 2 minutes later, and I'm like, ugh. I threw up everywhere, everywhere in the rental car, you guys. So we laugh about it now, but I threw up all over the couch, and then I went and sat inside of the. Yeah, I threw up. I mean, threw up everywhere in the car. So when I got back, I went and sat in the shower and just rinsed off and washed off and got it all out of my hair and got it all out of everywhere. And he brought chicken wings because by that point I was hungry. So and then the next day we went and got stuff to clean out the car, and he cleaned out the car. So I thought that was sweet that he cleaned up all my vomit out of the car, because child, I was a mess. And we sit and we laugh about it all the time right now. Um, but also on that trip, it was like a major accomplishment for me because I'm very, very introverted in real life, very scary sometimes. So I rode the train from New Brunswick, New Jersey to Penn Station in New York, and then I went to Times Square by myself. Can you believe that? I went to Times Square by myself. Like, this is like a major accomplishment for me. I went and I ate at Junior's, and I was talking to children in Times Square, and we were dancing, and I'm sitting on the red stairs. I mean, this is not the first time I've been to New York, but it's been a long time. And this was the first time I worked up the courage to go and do it by myself. So proud of myself. Like, I feel like um, the best part about traveling with him was, I feel like it gave me the courage to know that I can work on the road. And even if I have a project and I'm driving, I can stop at a Starbucks or a McDonald's or whatever, and I can get what I need to get done and still have a fabulous trip. So really, really, really praying for a remote job and praying for these passive income sources to come along. I've really gotten into AI, digital marketing. I do have some stuff out on other channels and other platforms. I don't want to make this channel necessarily about that. But if you want to know more about it, I mean, just leave me some stuff in the comments, and I'll put y'all up on that. But what? Another 20 some days, it'll be 4 years in Texas. Can you believe that? OMG. But hmm, what else? I guess I'll talk about what's next for me. I guess the grand overall scheme of things, what's next for me is figuring out a way, or continuing through this journey of freedom. This channel will focus on my journey of finding freedom. A large part of that is tiny house living, keeping my bills low, keeping my income high, um, finding passive income sources. Ideally, if in a dream world, I'll be able to start some car camping or start going out immediately. I want to start traveling either by car or by plane every month. I've kind of dialed that back because I'm running out of funds. Just to be honest, my savings has gotten low, so I can't just spend money willy nilly because these bills got to be paid. You know, this mortgage got to be paid. My car note got to be paid. So I can't just go out on trips um, unless it's financially feasible. And I want to say probably the last place I went was San Antonio, and that was in November. Oh, I forgot I went to San Antonio. I went to Austin twice too. Like, I love Austin. I'm considering moving my house there. Um, but I went to San Antonio and met up with one of my childhood friends. We actually went to like a prayer conference down there. Um, but I just want my life to be filled with freedom and opportunity and love. Like I say, ideally, I would have I could find a plot of land to put my house on, somewhere in the United States, preferably in a state tax free place. And then I could work on like the landscaping and updates to my house. I really have not been doing anything with the landscaping because I don't plan on leaving it here, even though I'm rolling up on 3 years being here. Um, but And then I still have plans to go overseas. If you saw that last 2023 update, I still have plans to go overseas. Like I said, my passport should be in the mail. My renewed passport should be in the mail today. Um, I would have a place where I could just put my house. I could Airbnb it out or rent it out and then travel overseas for when I want to go overseas. And then when I want to sit down and be still and rest and be in my own space with my own things, I can come back here. This house is pretty much my retirement plan. I mean, it may change if I get married or if things work out with the guy that I'm dating or was dating, or I don't know, child, at this point. Um, but as of right now, I kind of plan my life for if it's just gonna be just me forever. Um, I'll pivot if I have to, but right now, my only responsibility is me. So I'm focusing on my happiness in this stage of life. Focusing on intentionally giving to the people God called me to give to, because I am such a big giver, um, that I don't always use good discernment on who to give to. Um, so anyway, I'm hoping to travel more to Africa in 2025, and just do some pleasure trips and do some humanitarian aid. Um, Hopefully, I can get a remote job that allows for that, um, or build my business enough to where I can support myself and still do these things. So that's what's next for me: finding a plot of land for my house, um, finding a consistent source of income that's flexible and free, and working on deciding what I want to do with my love life. Because honestly, sometimes being single is the bomb, but you know, being coupled is the bomb too. So we'll see. And hopefully, the relationship with my children will be rectified. If not, I'll just keep praying about it. But like I say, um, let me God, let me know what you want to see in the comment sections, what you want me to record. I have a lot of travel video, but I don't want to go through the um, I don't want to go through the time to edit it if you don't want to see it. Um, so let me know if you want to see it. I got some Cozumel, I got Kenya, New York, I got from, just a whole bunch of different stuff. Um, if you want to see it, let me know. If not, I won't spend my time editing it. But that's a part of my freedom journey too. So maybe you do want to see it. So how y'all like my hair? It's cute, ain't it? Anyway, I caught a glimpse of it. I was like, girl, you cute. But anyway, I'm rambling, which I tend to do. Oh, I forgot. I'm in therapy again. Um, I'm coming to realize, even though I've been in therapy probably for the last, on and off for the last 10 years, I'm coming to realize that I process information very differently from other people and that I might have a neurodivergent brain, which, it is what it is. So, um, I guess I have rambled on enough. So, like I say, let me know what you want to see in the house as far as travels. If you want to know about passive income, um, if you want to know what I just let me know. Let me know in the comment sections. And I thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much. Bye bye.